So good day everyone. For today is we're going to report about energy crisis. So energy crisis is a great bottleneck in supply energy source to an economy. In popular literature it often refers to one of the energy source used at certain time and place, particularly those that supply national electricity grid or serve as fuel for bicycle. So, under daw sa energy crisis is nagatakal siya about diri sa kakulangan sa energy nga nagasupply. And then nato mga kinds nganong nagka-crisis ang energy. So first is overconsumption. The energy crisis is a result of many different strain on natural resources, not just one. There is a strain on fossil fuels such as oil, gas, and coal due to overconsumption, which then in turn can put a strain on water and oxygen resource by causing population. So there is a overconsumption. For example, is di ba nagkadaghan ang mga sakyanan, and then ano siya magkakos sa kulang sa pag-supply kay once nga naa kay sakyanan, di ba nagkakuha gid ba ka og mga gas or any kinds of fuels, then man siyang epekto po siya sa kakulangan sa tuwang supply sa energy. Then second is for infrastructure. Aging infrastructure of power generating equipment is yet another reason of energy shortage. Most of the energy producing of energy, it is our responsibility of utilities to keep on upgrading infrastructure and set a high standard of performance. So there is for infrastructure is kalabanan ay sa mga probinsya nga kanang di ba makaranas sila og mga kanang burnout tungod sa linya, and then sa paggamit og mga luma nga planta sa enerhiya. Then sa pantulo is unexplored renewable energy option. Renewable energy still remain unused in most countries. Most of the energy comes from non-renewable sources like coal. It still remains the top choices to produce energy. Unless we give renewable energy a serious thought, the problem of energy crisis cannot be solved. Renewable energy source can reduce our dependence on fossil fuels as a help reduce greenhouse emission. So that is kana ang unexplored renewable energy option is like anang di ba diri bisag kanang dili kay siya as in syudad, pero gamay ra kayo siya ang nakagamit about sa renewable energy, like kanang naka-solar or nakagamit og mga panels, so gamay ra kayo wala naka-cost pod og kanang energy crisis. So diri sa kanang mga panels is kanang makatipid ka sa mga kuryente. Then number 4 is delay in commissioning of power plants. In few countries, there is a significant delay in commissioning of new power plant that can fill the gap between the demand and supply of energy that result that an all plant come over a huge stress to meet the delayed demand for power. When supply does not match demand, the result load shunting and breakdown. So sa ibang bansa daw, adugay daw mahuman about sa mga proyekto sa planta ng enerhiya. So tungod ana nga dugay is mapilitan ang mga lumang planta na gamitin. Number 5 is wastage of energy. In most parts of the world, people do not realize the importance of conserving energy. It is only limited to book, internet, newspaper, ads, lip service, and seminars, unless we give it a serious thought. Then are not going to change. Simple thing like watching off fans and lights when not in uses, using maximum daylight, walking instead of driving for short distance, using CPL instead of traditional bulbs. Proper insulation for leakage of energy can go a long way in saving money. So there is waste energy, diba? Most there is sa mga tao, especially there is sa Pilipinas, diba? Usahay kanang mulakaw ta nagakuan lang ang suga, nagasika, or kanang bisan duol ra ang imong atuan, naga-use ka og kanang like ang mga motor. So usa pud na siya naga-waste ka sa imong energy. The number 6 is poor distribution system. Frequent tripping and breakdown as a result of poor distribution system. There is a poor distribution system is diba tungod sa kanang mga sira nga linya, maka-cause pod siya nga kanang madalas mawala ang mga supply nga energy. The number 7 is major accident and natural calamities. Major accident like pipeline burst, and natural calamities like eruption of volcanoes, floods, earthquake can also cause interruption of energy supplies. The huge gap between supply and demand of energy can raise the price of essential items, which can give rise to inflation. So, and there is a major accident and natural calamities. Iba diri is bagyo, mga kalamidad or mga lindol or pagbaha yan na usa ko siya nakasira sa planta sa kuryente. And then number 8 is war and attacks. War between countries can also hamper supply of energy, especially it happens in the Middle East countries like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, Turkey, or Qatar. Price of oil reached its peak, causing global shortage and created major problem of energy consumers. So tungod sa ibang bansa nga mayaman daw sa mga enerhiya niya, once na makagera sila, maapektuhan ang pag-supply of energy diri sa tuang. And then last is the miscellaneous factors. Pest, hikes, military corps, political event, severe hot summer or cold winter can cause a sudden increase in demand of energy and can choke supply. A strike by onion and self-producing firm can definitely cause energy crisis. So diri is kanang, di ba, sa biglang pagtaas ba yan ng buwis, and then tungod na sa kanang halimbawa init na kaayo or kanang sobra rapod ka or mga tig-uwan-uwan, nakahatag mo na siya o pagtaas sa pangangailangan ng enerhiya or energy.
So, naabot tayo mga possible solution sa energy crisis. Number 1, move towards renewable resources. The best possible solution to energy crisis is to reduce the world's dependence on non-renewable resources and to improve overall conservation efforts. Much of the industrial age was created using fossil fuels, but there are also known technology that use other types of renewable energies such as steam, solar, and wind. So, dapat kiniyang paggamit ng renewable energy, dapat hatagan po nato pansin ang kanang paggamit sa kanang like sa kanang adlaw, at hikayatin natin ang mga tao na kanang mugamit bitaw sa kanang solar panels. Number 2, buy energy efficient products. Replace traditional bulbs with CFLs and LEDs. They use less watts of electricity and last longer. If millions of people across the globe use of CFLs and LEDs for residential and commercial purpose, the demand for energy can down and energy crisis can be averted. So, sa kiniyang buy energy efficient products daw, dapat halimbawa kung na kay mga luma nga mga kanang bumbilya or ilaw, kailangan palitan daw og kanang kining LED or CFL dahil nakakatipid ito ng kuryente. Lighting controls. Lighting control much more interesting and help save a lot of energy and cash in the long run. Preset lighting controls, slide lighting touch, dimmers, integrated lighting controls are few the lighting controls that can help to conserve energy and reduce overall lighting cost. So kiniya daw is dapat magamit daw ta og mga kining solar panel nga automatic para makatipid ta sa energy. 4, easier grid access. People who use different options to generate power must be given permission to plug into the grid and get credit for power you fed into it. The hassles of getting credit of supplying surplus power bank into the grid should be removed. Apart from that, subsidy on solar panel should be given to encourage more people to explore renewable options. Ang easier grid access daw ay isa sa mga option na encourage ang mga tao na gumamit ng solar panels or automatic solar panels para makatipid sa energy source.
5. Energy simulation. Software can be used by big corporations to redesign building unit and reduce running business energy cost. Engineers, architects, and designers could use the design to come up with the most energy efficient building and reduce carbon footprint. And architects na sila ay gumagamit ng natural na liwanag ng araw para makatipid sa mga bayarin ng kuryente. Number 6. Perform energy audit. Energy audit is a process that helps to identify the areas where your home or office is losing energy and identify steps you can take to improve energy efficiency. Energy audit when done by a professional can help you to reduce your carbon footprint, save energy and money, and avoid energy crisis. So, kapag ikaw ay gumagamit ng aircon, siguraduhin walang butas o daanan ng hangin para hindi masayang ang pinagagamitan ng aircon. Common stand on climate change. Both developed and developing countries should adopt a common stand on climate change. They should focus on reducing greenhouse gas emission through an effective cross-border mechanism. With current population growth and overconsumption of resources, the consequence of global warming and climate change cannot be rolled out. Both developed and developing countries must focus on emission cuts their emission levels to half from current trend by 2050. So, ang mga mayayaman na bansa o mga mahirap, dapat sila ay magkasundo para iwas pollution at maiwasan natin ang pagkasira ng greenhouse gas.
So, doon po natatapos ang aming report. So, thank you.